Welcome to Crypto in Action. In this video, I am going to show you how to analyze the chart for Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency that exists in the market today. Now, before you place any trade in the market, you always want to first analyze the chart for the crypto that you want to trade, okay? Never ever just randomly go on, say, Binance or Bybit or any of the other exchange and just randomly place a trade just like that. No, that is going to get you wrecked. You want to, first of all, go on Tradingview, which is where we're going to go to right now, okay? So if you are on Google, you just want to type tradingview.com. and then it'll bring you to this page. So this is Tradingview, and you can go ahead and create an account. It takes like 5 minutes or less to create an account. And now once you create your Tradingview account, you want to go here on the top left here. You see these 3 bars. So you click on that and then click on products. On the drop down menu, there's going to be chart. You want to click on that, okay? Okay, so now once you come here, this is basically the area where you can analyze any cryptocurrency that you want to trade. Now, this is the first thing you always want to do before you go to Binance to either short Bitcoin or long Bitcoin, okay? You want to properly analyze it. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to analyze it because I'm pretty sure as a beginner, analyzing the market, it can seem so confusing, especially for me. When I first started in trading, I used to be so confused, and I'll look at the chart, like I look at the chart of other traders. I see all these lines and all these indicators, and I'm like, what the heck? How did they put all that in the chart? How did they figure all that, And I didn't used to get that, but now I do. Now, one thing I want you to understand is that when it comes to analyzing the chart for crypto and stuff, there's so many strategies that exist out there in the market, okay? There's so many strategies that you can use to look at the chart and stuff like that. However, there is a foundation. There's like basically steps, I would say, a step that you have to follow before you start using all those other strategies that exist in the market. Now, here is the foundation. We're going to get started right now because I don't want to waste any more of your time, okay? I'm going to try to make this as easy and simple to understand as possible, okay? So there are steps that you need to follow when you are analyzing, say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, whatever, okay? There is steps that you need to follow. Now, the first step when you're analyzing the chart, okay, you want to, obviously come to Tradingview, and when you get to Tradingview, search the pair that you want to analyze, and you can do that here on the top left here, okay? So you click on that. So you see where my mouse is pointing at. So you click on that and then you search for the crypto that you want to trade. And usually the cryptos are in acronyms, okay? So you don't search for Bitcoin, okay? If I want to trade Bitcoin, I don't search for Bitcoin. I search the acronym of Bitcoin, which is BTC, okay? So, and then for Ethereum, it's ETH, okay? And so on, okay? So I'm going to use Bitcoin for this video, okay? We're going to analyze Bitcoin for this video. So for Bitcoin, it's basically BTC, and I'm trading with the USDT pair. So I want to search USDT, okay? And since the trading that I'm doing is in the futures market, then I want to put on P, okay? When you search BTC USDT, make sure you put P at the end to be able to see the futures market, okay? If you don't put P, then all you're going to see is the spot market, okay? Now, once you look to the far right, you'll see that there's a list of bunch of exchanges here, which has their own chart. So based on what exchange you're trading on, that is the chart you want to look at. So let's say if you're trading on Binance, then you want to make sure you select the Binance chart. If you're trading on Phoenix, then make sure you select the Phoenix chart. So Bybit is the exchange that I mostly trade on. So I'm going to use the Bybit chart here to analyze Bitcoin. So I click on that, and then this is what I can see. Now here I am looking at the Bitcoin chart, and this chart here is the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so now when it comes to trading crypto, you know that there's many different time frames. Okay, we have monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour, and it goes all the way down to 4 seconds. Okay, now the first thing you want to do when you're analyzing Bitcoin or any other crypto, you want to start out by looking at the monthly time frame. Okay, so let me go to the monthly time frame right here, and then let me zoom out so we can see it better. So this is the monthly time frame. Now when I am on the monthly time frame, now here is the steps we want to follow. Number one, we want to see what trend Bitcoin is in. Okay, this could be Bitcoin or it could be Ethereum, whatever crypto you're trading. Okay, first of all, you want to find the trend. What trend is that cryptocurrency on? Is it one in an uptrend, or is it in a downtrend, or is it in a consolidation? Okay, is it trading sideways? So there's 3 trends that exist in the market. There's uptrend, there's downtrend, and then there's the sideways trend. That's the consolidating trend. This means that the price is just moving side to side, either not going up or going down by much. Okay, it's just going sideways. So analyze that, find out what trend the cryptocurrency is in. Okay, now let's first of all see what trend Bitcoin is in right now in this monthly time frame. Let me actually zoom it so we can see it better. In an uptrend, basically the price is moving high, right? It's creating higher highs and higher lows. Okay, and then downtrend, the price is basically moving down and it's creating lower highs and lower lows. So when I look at this monthly time frame, I can clearly see, okay, the price of Bitcoin is currently right here, okay, at 22,114. Okay, right there, it's just fluctuating. Anyways, when I look at this chart, I can clearly see that Bitcoin currently in the monthly time frame is in a downtrend. Okay, it has been in a downtrend for a while, ever since it went all the way to 69,000 right here. It started falling. It started forming lower highs and lower lows. You can clearly see that after the 69,000 pump, it went down here and it came up here, fell more, and then now it's here. Okay, and then there's a high chance this downtrend might continue, or it might end right where it is. Okay, so right now on the monthly time frame, Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Okay, that's the first thing we want to figure out. We already figured it out, downtrend. Now the second thing we want to do is find the support and the resistance. Okay, so support is the area where the price is able to bounce back up from when it has fallen a lot. So I'll show you an example of a support here on a monthly time frame. So when we look at this monthly time frame here, we can clearly see after, let's say, this drop here, okay, right over here, when Bitcoin went to 64,000, okay, 63,000, I believe. Okay, when Bitcoin went there, after that, it started falling, and then when it fell, I'm going to move this down here. When it fell over here, it went all the way down over here around 30,000. You know, from there, what happened? The price actually did not continue to fall further. Instead, it reversed. It reversed and started pushing back up higher. Okay, so when we see the area where the price did this, okay, the price level where the price was able to reverse back up after it has fallen, then we can mark that area as support. Okay, that area can be marked as support. So on the monthly time frame, we can clearly say that, okay, this right here, this area here is a support. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my trend line. I actually had it, but I'll show you how to get it. So if you go on Tradingview here on the far left here where you see all these tools, you want to click on this second tool here. Okay, click the arrow, and then on the option menu, select the trend line. Okay, So we need a trend line. Now go back to making the screen bigger. Now you have your trend line. Just click on the screen to bring it out, and then you can extend the trend line and then move it around. So I have this trend line. I bring it right over here. Okay. Then I have my support. That is the support. And now the thing about support is you want to be able to see at least 2 candles. Okay. I would say at least minimum 2 candles bouncing back up from that price level. So in this case, after I saw this, say this bearish candle, it came here and then it, it just closed above. It left a wick here. And then the other candle following this large bearish candle also did the same thing. It did not drop lower than this. It stopped at exactly where this previous candle stopped at. It dropped here and then it stopped, it bounced back up. So once I see these 2 candles doing that, then I'm going to go ahead and draw the line here, or draw my trend line right here to basically connect these 2 candles right here. Okay. So I touch that as the support. And then for the resistance, basically you want to look at the upside. Okay. Where did the price start falling down after it got to a certain price level? We can see here after this pump, the price started falling. So this area could be marked as resistance, but we need more candles to be able to prove it. Okay. So after this drop here, the price, it found support and then it started going back up. And then the second time it came up to around this price level, what happened again? It got rejected again. Now we have our second proof that yes, this area here is obviously a strong resistance. So now we can go ahead and get our trend line, and then we can go ahead and draw the resistance right here. Okay. Anyways, I don't want to go too much into, how to find support and resistance and all that, because this is not the point of this video. The point of this video is basically for you to know what steps you need to follow when you're analyzing the market. Right now, I am assuming you already know what support and resistance mean, and I am assuming that you know what trend line means and all that, right? I'm just showing you the steps that you need to follow. So first step number 1 was, what was it? Find the trend. Okay. And then step number 2 is to find the support and resistance. Okay. And we just did that here on the monthly time frame. Okay. And you might notice that on the monthly time frame, there isn't that many support and resistance, just because it is a bigger time frame and it takes months and months for patterns to be formed and all that, right? So we found the support right here and then the resistance right here. Perfect. We can also say that this part here is also a support. Okay, so we can draw our line here and all that stuff. Okay, so we draw our line, and you can also change the colors of this line. So when you just click on it, there'll be a pop-up here with a pencil. You can just change the color to whatever color that you want. That might help you and stuff like that. So once we have identified the support and resistance on the monthly time frame, the next thing we want to do, okay, is to go to the weekly time frame. Okay, let's go to the weekly time frame. Now, when I come to the weekly time frame, what do you notice? You can see that we can see the support and resistance lines that we drew on the monthly time frame. But this time around, they seem to be further away from each other, right? You can clearly see it. So now when you come to the monthly time frame, you're seeing that there's a lot more candles. Why is that? Well, because, there's more weeks than there are months, right? So that each candlestick represents 1 week, right? Because we're on a weekly time frame. So you want to basically do the same thing. When you come to the weekly time frame, obviously you're going to be able to see even more support and resistance. And then you're going to be able to find another trend. Okay, there might be a trend on a monthly time frame. Say on a monthly time frame, we noticed that the trend was a downtrend, right? But if we come to the weekly time frame, that might be opposite. On the weekly time frame, we might see that, oh no, we're actually in an uptrend. So that's why we are doing this analysis, okay, to be able to, we start out by looking at the bigger picture, and then we are zooming in closer and closer to see what is really, really happening in the market. So when we come to the weekly time frame, we want to basically repeat what we did on the monthly time frame. So the first step is to find out what trend we are in. And then second, we find the support and resistance. So here on the weekly time frame, when I look at it, I can see that we are still in a downtrend, okay? It's literally just like the monthly time frame. We're still in the downtrend. We might be starting an uptrend soon. So right now, the price is forming higher highs. So this new high here is higher than this previous lower high. So if the price can form another high surpassing this high here, then this is going to form the new trend. It's going to be literally like the beginning of probably the uptrend on the weekly time frame. But until that happens, we are technically still in a downtrend, okay? So anyways, you found out what trend we are in. Okay, technically in this case, we're in a downtrend. Cool. Now the next thing we want to look for is the support and resistance, okay? So we look at this chart here, we can find the support and resistance. I have seen I have some right here. I would say this area here is a nice area of resistance, you know, because when the price came up here, it got rejected, came down, and it was able to break it, okay? And then once it came, it used it as support, got rejected again, and then started falling. So this area is resistance. And then I can also say that we do have some support right here. Okay, we have some support right here, you know, because when the price, after it got rejected there, it came here and it held this for a few weeks and started bouncing back up. So this could be area of support. So I draw my trend line right there. And then what is another support here? I see on the weekly time frame. Let's see. Okay, perfect. We have one right here actually. So right over here, we can, let me delete this line here, okay? So we can clearly say that this area here is obviously an area of resistance, just because, you know, the price has been struggling for weeks to go above this price level, okay? So that is, I say 23,000, 24,000, 25,000. So anytime the price came around this area, it got rejected. So we can just draw that line here and mark it down as resistance, okay? Perfect. Now we have our support and resistance on the weekly time frame. And now the next thing we want to do is go to the daily time frame, okay? Now, when I come to the daily time frame, once again, we can see that our chart now is starting to look a bit more messy, right? Because we have a lot of lines. Now we have a lot of lines, and also we have a lot of candlesticks, because we're on a daily time frame, and you know, there's more days than there are weeks. So this is going to make the chart even more big and all that. But you can see all the support and resistance that we have drawn back from the monthly time frame, the weekly time frame, and now the daily time frame is basically the same thing. We want to see, find out what trend we're in, and then find the support and the resistance, okay? Same thing. Now, since the daily time frame here, you know, there's a lot more candle, you know, this means that there's a lot more things that happen in the daily time frame. There's a high chance that, you know, in the daily time frame, the trend that is in the daily time frame might be different than the trend that's in the weekly time frame. So remember how when we analyzed the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame, we found out that we are in downtrend, right? But when we come to the monthly time frame, that might not be the case, because if we zoom in closer, okay, we zoom in closer, we can see that yes, the monthly time, we can see that yes, in the daily time frame, we were in downtrend for a while, but then right over here, it looks like we are, you know, sort of like in an uptrend. We're sort of like beginning an uptrend, just because, you know, the price has been pumping, you know, after this massive drop here, the price started pumping, and this is where the price is right now. So in the daily time frame, it looks like we sort of are in in uptrend a little bit, at least for the short term. Okay, so when if we find that out, okay, daily time frame, we are basically a little bit in an uptrend, then good, we keep note of that. And now we have to find support and resistance. Same thing, you know, draw your line and all that, and then there you have it. That's how you analyze the chart. You look for the trend that is in the market, and then you look for the support and the resistance. Now, once you have done all of that, you want to start also looking at patterns, okay? You know, because in the market here, in the chart, it doesn't just create support and resistance and trend. It also creates something called patterns, and I'm going to show you what I mean, okay? These are some of the patterns that you may be able to find in the chart of Bitcoin or whatever crypto you're trading. So these are patterns that can show in the chart. So we have bullish continuation patterns. There is bearish continuation patterns. There's also bullish reversal patterns and bearish reversal patterns, okay? So these are patterns that you need to become familiar with because they do appear in the chart. And when they appear, you can use them to be able to predict what direction the market is going to go to. So for a bullish continuation pattern, this is basically a pattern that forms that will let you know that, hey, this trend is actually going to continue. So remember how when we went to the weekly time frame, we saw that the market is in a downtrend, right? So when the market is in a trend like that, you know, the price will not just keep dropping like that, right? The price, sometimes it will start bouncing back up. And as it is bouncing back up, you as a trader, you want to know, is the trend ending? Is this downtrend ending, or is it going to continue? So one thing you want to do is to look for one of these bearish continuation patterns. So if you find any of these bearish continuation patterns in a downtrend, then you know for sure that this downtrend is actually going to continue, okay? And it is the same thing for a bullish trend, okay? Same thing if you see a bullish trend in the market, yeah, if you want to know whether the bullish trend is going to continue or not, then what you want to do is to look for the bullish continuation patterns. And when you see that, then you'll know that this bull trend or uptrend is actually going to continue, okay? And then the reversal patterns are basically patterns that tells you that, hey, this downtrend or uptrend is about to end. So if you ever want to know, okay, is this downtrend or uptrend, when is it going to end? One thing you can start looking for is the reversal patterns, okay? So for bearish trend or downtrend, you want to look for bullish reversal patterns. If you see any bullish reversal patterns in a downtrend, then you know that that downtrend is about to end very, very soon. And if you see a bearish reversal patterns in an uptrend, then you know that that uptrend is about to end very, very soon. I hope that you guys learn one or two things from this video, and I hope you can start applying these strategies into your trade and start profiting, okay, and start making profit from this analysis. Now, the other thing I did not include in this video is indicators. So this is another thing that you can use when you're trading, okay? You can apply indicators in your chart to be able to go along with your analysis, you know, to help you confirm your analysis and all that. So there's so many indicators that exist out there in the market, okay? But me, I don't like to use indicators that much because, you know, in the beginning, I used to rely on indicators a lot and they actually screwed me up a lot, okay? So I realized that it's actually better to learn how to analyze the chart without indicators, okay? Once you've mastered analyzing the chart without indicators, then you can go ahead and start applying indicators in your chart, use them to confirm your analysis and all that, okay? So now to apply indicators in your chart, here on Tradingview, you just want to go to on the top here where it says indicators. So you click that arrow. I mean, you just click that and then you'll see this search box here. Search the indicator. There's so many of them out there in the market, but the one that I recommend you use is the RSI indicator. So you type RSI and then you see relative strength index, click on that, and then you'll see it popped right here. So this is the indicator right here, the RSI. It literally just popped right there, okay? So now we have the RSI indicator and we can use it to confirm our analysis, okay? So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the RSI indicator in this video and then we will be done, okay? So the RSI indicator, you know, there is numbers here. You see here on the far right, okay? We have numbers starting from 30 to 70. So this is how the indicator works. Whenever the line here, okay? So you see this line here in the middle. So whenever that line, let's say, is at the 30% level, so when it's at the bottom here, 30%, that is considered oversold, okay? It means that the market is oversold. And when you see that, basically you expect that the price is actually going to start moving high. So when the RSI is here, what you want to do is expect that the price is going to go back up, so you can start buying. You can start buying when the RSI indicator is pointing towards the 30%. Now, when the RSI is pointing towards the 70%, that is considered overbought, okay? And from here, you can expect that the price is actually going to start dropping. So what you can do is start selling when it reaches this point. That's just like a basic understanding of how the RSI works. There's more to it, but knowing this should help you to actually start profiting from your trade and all that, okay? Anyways, I am going to end it here for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Have a great day, guys.